I am. Here I am. Move around with Deborah. Let me tell you, have you ever dreamed of going to exotic places, meeting fascinating people, enjoying uplifting music, and spending time just seeing some sights that you've not seen before, or maybe even some that you're familiar with, in either a luxurious hotel like myself or just camping it out? I don't know. My idea of camping is the Holiday Inn, but do you look forward to those relaxing vacations where you can walk along the beach or sit in a quiet park and enjoy the sunrise or sunset? Well, whether you're flying across the country or around the world or even into outer space, we're here to share some tips about travel and how you can relate travel to anything. Yes. Did you know that? I mean, just give me a chance to show you where you can relate travel. And today we're relating travel to the theater. Yeah, some people say the theater, some people say the show, but we are here at the theater. So let's get started with this session of the Female Solution.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution.
Yes, and we are back. We're here for an hour. Oh, times have changed, but that's okay. We're going to have a fun, full packed hour for you in travel with moving around with Deborah. And if you want to engage in the conversation, I know you're looking on with social media and YouTube or Facebook or any other type of platform that you're joining us from. But remember that you can join into the actual conversation by either sending us a little note or giving us a call. And our number is 1727 731 5192. That's 727 731 5192. This is an interactive session. Whenever the Female Solution comes to you, we're here to provide solutions to you. But if we don't know there's a situation that you're encountering and you need a little help, a little direction, a little push, then we don't know what to actually help you with. We have so much in our Rolodex of our minds. And nowadays, we have to do more on sharing with each other. We have to educate ourselves and educate our youth, our generations to come. Now is the time for education and for us to step up to the plate to take care of our own, whether it be in our own homes, our own neighborhoods, or around the world. We have to take a directive measure in taking care of ourselves, because so many things are being taken away from us. You know, what we thought we could have, what we thought would be there on a regular basis is no longer there. So now I only have an hour. We only have an hour. I've got a fantastic dynamite guest that I'm going to share with you a little later on. But I want to always, as always, I love to start off our travel session, our travel segment, however you want to put it together, with talking about the airports. Yes, the airports and the weather. Well, as you can see, That's my vision. But we might be stranded somewhere. And when we're in our airports, I always think that the airport is our first destination. And we can always find something to do and make that airport visit an opportune visit for us. Today, we're talking about the theater. And I had a question. And I know that sometimes our layovers are not long, because if you are working with a travel advisor, they try to make sure that your layover is just the right opportunity, not too close to the next flight if you have to have a layover, and not too great of a time that you have wasted in a particular airport. But I have found an airport in the United States that has a cinema. It's called a micro cinema. And so it's not like the typical long periods of time that the movie lately, these movies have been maybe 3 hours long, but they're just the short periods of time. And if you have a movie that you are promoting or you're in or you want to see on this stage, it's there in the Portland airport. Portland Airport, I believe, is PDX. That's the acronym for the Portland Airport, Portland, Oregon. And they have a micro cinema. Did you know that? I had no idea. But I thought, there are museums. The airports have museums. They have different opportunities for you to utilize your time in, but I never thought of an airport that has a cinema. So now we know. And there are others around the world. One is in Shanghai in Hong Kong. There's a cinema. And again, they're not too long because they don't want you to get in there and take a long nap. They want you to get in and get out. It's just for that little piece of time that you have those layovers. And, I have researched some things about some layovers, and I've found some interesting opportunities that you can have if you have to have a layover. If you want to have a layover, there are some folks that enjoy layovers. They utilize them to their benefit of traveling and seeing and experiencing a location that they would not have normally chosen to go to. But because their flights have taken them to this location, they say, well, let's make the best of it. And in some cases, you can lay over for a couple of weeks. Now, the layover is good for a couple of weeks, but the time that you spend there, it is at your own expense, of course. I want to make that perfectly clear. We're not giving away anything. So I want to, at this time, bring on our guest, and I'm going to tell you, this person, how many things can I say? How many acronyms can I give her? But right now I have her as Dr. Chandra Smartt-Spicer. Welcome.
Hey.
How are you? Thank you so very much for being here. We certainly appreciate you sharing everything that you have to offer, not only giving to yourself of your own accomplishments, but the opportunities that you are providing for the world, for the masses, in they being accomplished in the arts. Welcome. You want to give us your, now I know you got a bio. This bio was amazing. It was like, how many pages long? But it was so interesting. And I tried to say, okay, what can I take out of this to really discuss, and there was nothing that I had to take away. So let me just say that Dr. Chandra Smartt-Spicer
Mm-hmm.
started her life long ago. So why don't you share into that now, and we'll go from there.
Well, I mean, oh my God, there's so much that I've done from childhood to adulthood to uh, grownhood. We gonna call it when you real grown. But it's so much that I've done. It's hard to start anywhere, but just I'll just pick a spot.
Yeah,
Started
start
out
at
when
the
I was
beginning.
young.
Start okay, we're talking about the theater. So start at the very beginning, if you can remember back when it was that you said this is what you wanted to do and your first opportunity.
I would have to go back to high school because I went to Whitney Young, and we had a very my extracurricular activity was the arts. So with music, I started out with music, singing, competing in competitions, choral competitions, and doing show choir, where you're dancing and singing. So it started off with that when I was a young kid, traveling to um, where did we go? We went to Bahamas. I was in the Bahamas at 14, touring with my high school choir, um, different spots, Bahamas, Nassau, St. Thomas, etc. And my mom let me go, and she didn't know this lady from Adam. This was my high school choral teacher at 14, leaving the country. I'm like, lady, you really gonna let me go? She
Yes,
let me.
yes,
She let me
let
go.
you go.
I
This
guess she
was
heard
the
from the Lord, and the
key.
Lord said she gonna be all right. I couldn't do too much down there because I was 14, but the experience that I had with singing and running around the boat was amazing. So I would have to say that it started there, and from there, my high school teacher helped me. I went to Jackson State University, so I'm HBCU bred, um, with Dr. Robert Morris. He was my choral teacher. I was able to land a scholarship to go to college to sing. So that was huge and amazing. And we toured while I was in that choir. So I would say the basis of everything started with music. Music was the thing. I sung with a lot of community choirs in Mississippi Mass, all those who else did I sing with? I sung with a lot of
Now, when you
different
were
people.
with the choir, was that with the HBCU?
I sung with my HBCU choir, Jackson State's choir. We toured and did competitions there. And I did that during the duration of my time at Jackson State University. And then there was a community choir that Jackson State had. I sung in that. And then some of the local community choirs in Mississippi, I sung there too. And born and raised in church, so I sung there too. So you would think that I would just be some type of musician somewhere. But I mean, I loved it, but I wanted more, you know.
Yes,
I've
yes.
always been in, I always wanted to model. So we're going all the way down the line. I always wanted to model, but I never thought that I could do it because I'm plus size, short, So I'm like, I can't do this. So I said, well, let me just go for it. I took a modeling class with an academy here in Chicago. It's called Drops of Chocolate Modeling Academy. And I got a certificate in modeling. They taught me how to walk, y'all, because apparently I didn't know how to. I didn't know how to walk. As a matter of fact, they said I was the worst of the worst. I was the worst student they ever had. Can you believe that? I was the worst student. I'm like, okay, well, I'll take it. But now I'm one of their favorites. I'm one of
Okay.
the best that came out of it because the modeling academy just didn't teach me how to walk and how to present myself as a woman, a model. It builds your self-esteem even at an older age, because I didn't get into modeling until I was 45,
So
46.
did the modeling organization bring you out? And even though they said you were the worst of the worst, did they not? Did they put you on the side, or did they say let's cultivate you?
No, they cultivated everything that I did, and they worked with me. And these women that came up with me, we all now have a sisterhood. We're sisters, and I've never been in a place where I've seen so many women uplift women and genuinely mean it. Because a lot of times we're not doing that. We're not encouraging. It's not wrong. It's not hard to tell a woman that she's beautiful, and genuinely mean, sis, you look good today. Sis, go ahead. You walk today.
Yeah,
It's not hard to do that, but some people make it so difficult to be able to encourage another woman, you know, and we need to get out of that. So that's what they did. They encouraged, Now before that, now let me revert back. God called me to ministry, so I'm not only all of these things in entertainment. I am a minister of the gospel. I'm a youth pastor. I'm all of that. And God called me at 17. So I was going through all of these things, but I didn't actually walk the walk until I was like 21, 22, 23, thereabouts, in my call. So I've pastored a church with my husband. I've been a youth pastor at a church. I've done all these things, but then I got controversy because I wanted to be in entertainment. And I'm like,
oh,
why?
okay. So you're saying that some folks were trying to shun you
Oh,
uh,
yeah.
in the church. That's why we we
Yes.
have to not allow other people's thoughts and ideas suppress what we want in our heart.
Yeah.
If this is something positive, if it's positive and you're not hurting anyone, you're not challenging anyone. I don't know why people are like the little crabs, in the basket. They want to pull you
Mhm.
down, but I think maybe it's because they want the
They
shine
probably wanted to
and
do it and didn't
they're not
have the
able
courage
to.
to do it.
Mhm.
So I encountered someone and I said, because it got me at one point. It was like, oh my God, they see me. Oh my God, they're gonna say something. That's that worrying about what other people think, and the minister told me, they said, hey, I don't want you to feel that way, because guess what? Who else would God send over there to be a example or representation of himself in that arena? They need Jesus too. And
Mhm.
I said, you know what? I said, okay. And that's not negating anybody's belief or anything, but that's what it was for me. He said they need God too. So what better way to put you in a place where you are able to minister to, because um, from what I believe, the scriptures say, God to make room for your ministry. And the people that I've encountered being over here are, some of them are very, very hurt and broken. And if I can be a voice to say, hey, sister, brother, you ain't got to do all of that, this and this, and it helps them, then I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, you know. And I had to get out of the place or notion of worrying about what other people thought. Oh, you're a minister. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that, or your pictures are too vulgar for modeling. And I'm like, I'm just in a picture. What do you mean? I got clothes on. What are you talking about? Oh, but it's too seductive. Okay, so how am I supposed to look? How am I supposed to look? So I don't know what you want, So I went through that, and me being the worst of the worst with my modeling company. That's what they told me. Everybody like, oh, she is woo. I was actually published in Vogue Italia twice as a published model.
And we
And
have that. We have that cover too. Let me
Oh, you
get that
do?
yes, let me get that cover so we can show it to folks while you continue on.
Oh yeah. So I was actually published twice in Vogue Italia. You all know the magazine Vogue is the real one. They have it in the different countries, but I was in Vogue Italia, and I was the first um published African American mature plus size model to be published in that magazine with the agency that I was with. So, and I got signed, and I'm like, oh my God, look at this, look at God. And I think, what was that? I started modeling at 45, 46. So I was 50 years old in that picture. 50 years old, published model. And I give God all the glory for it. And then I went on from doing modeling. I still model. I do a lot of local shows with my brothers and sisters, my fellow modeling brothers and sisters, one being your son. Um, we model when we have shows, and they're amazing shows, I must say. And then doing that, I dipped off into acting. And it's like, okay, I've done plays before. I've written plays before. My grandmother used to write plays for the church. She was an evangelist. And, so I'm familiar with that sector, but I never thought that I could do it. I went and I said, somebody reached out to me and said, hey, her name is April Whitaker, my sister, rest her soul. She said, hey, you have a face. I said, I have a face. Okay, everybody got a face. She was like, no, you have a face for acting. Have you ever thought about being an actor? And I was like, yeah, I thought about it, but I never, said I was going to take it serious. I just didn't know or think that I could do it. And
Mhm.
she said, you should take my classes. And I was like, okay. I looked up the show that she was, one of my very first shows. It was called Undercover Detective. I took her acting classes, and she casted me as the leading role. And that was a diabolical role. She was something else. Chantel was something else. That was the character. Oh my gosh. I would call her my alter ego. I got to play somebody that I would never in life
Oh yes,
play
we
or
all have
become.
those.
So I enjoy being able to go on set and be that alter, because I would dare not play that type of person in real life. So she casted me as the leading role, and I was so honored. So it was on AMEG TV, and then April later passed away about a couple of years ago. And right now, what we're doing, me and a few other cast members, because I ended up writing part of her stuff. So me and a few other cast members and the owner of AMG TV, we're revamping her story, and we're rewriting it, and it's gonna put it out there in honor of her. That's being worked on right now.
Oh,
So that's
wonderful.
one. Yeah,
Continue on the legacy. That's what we have to
continue her
do.
legacy, because she was my start. She was a lot of people's start, and yeah, she died suddenly. It
Mhm.
wasn't expected. She wasn't sick like that. It was her time.
Yeah.
And so we're honoring her by revamping her story and continuing her legacy, because she really wanted that to continue. And I know we became best friends, and I know that was her story. So
So
going
see,
on.
I love how you are seed. You got to see someone sowed into you, and now the harvest is coming, and you're sowing into others. So
Yeah,
many. Look at even your legacy. We're talking about her legacy. Look at your
yeah,
legacy, where you've come from. And even though, like you said, once you started modeling, really getting into the modeling and in the film, you were of a certain age. You weren't young like we think
and
we have to be.
that's the other thing that I was like, I'm too old. you are never too old to start anything.
As
I
long
mean,
as you can
I did
breathe,
the
you can
corporate
do it.
thing. I did the corporate thing. I'm still doing the corporate thing because the corporate thing is my bread and butter. That's what pays the lights and pays the mortgage, you know.
Yes.
But at the same time, this entertainment thing is such a passion for me, and that's what caused me to um organize my own production company, because I do know the reality of it is I am older, but if I can help somebody else and help them push their careers, okay,
Yes.
then I'm still in entertainment. I'm still doing these things and that, I might live vicariously through them, but yet and still I still get offers. I'm still acting. I like being in the front and behind. And that goes into the other things that I'm doing. I've done since being with April, I went on to do other film projects and theater projects where I'm working with other local indie producers and directors here in the city of Chicago. And I've done stage plays here in the city of Chicago. I just keep it going. And right now, all of my movies are on Tubi and Amazon right now. And I've done like over 10, I believe. And then there's some on YouTube. And I'm still doing movies and I'm writing. I've finished writing my first screenplay. I'm so proud of. And we're casting for that next Saturday. Next Saturday at the West Inglewood Branch Library.
Here
We
we
will be
have it.
casting. Yes,
Yes.
movie casting call. We are doing that West Inglewood Branch Library next week. So anybody that's watching, if you think you got it, come show your chops over there at the library.
No matter
I have
where
a
you are in the country,
Mhm,
you can
mhm.
be a part of this. I
Yes,
know that it may be a challenge if you're somewhere else, living in another state or something, and to come in is just brief, but there's a lot of travel across the country that folks do. And
yeah,
with the way businesses are run, a lot of folks, like you say, you have to have that 9 to 5 that's paying the
mhm.
bills. And a lot of people are paying the bills on the internet already. So you could be in a satellite location and still be able to pay your bills and
Yes,
be in production. And
yes,
I am so glad Smart Girl Productions. I remember the opening.
uh-huh.
I
Yes,
still look at those videos of that evening.
yes, yes, and
That
we've
was a
done.
fabulous time that we
Oh
had.
my
And,
gosh.
and we have one of our sisters. That's what we call our host on the Female Solution, sisters, because we're all stars in our own rights. And we do have a sister who is on Mondays, but every fourth Saturday there's a talent search for the youth. And
Mm.
yes, we are looking for them to come on and see what they have to share. And I'll share something about that a little bit later. But now you have now is this the casting call for this show?
Yes.
It's,
Yes.
it
Oh
is
my
a movie.
God. This
It
is
is
my
a
baby.
movie. It's union
Mhm.
and non-union talent are welcome. You know, a lot of times we think that we can't because we haven't paid those bills, but you can. Just try it. Just try it. You know, when you have children or uh, there's so many theaters that you can get your children involved in, like you say, in school, in elementary school. There's always some plays that are being put on. Get them involved in it. You never know. they might not stick with it, or they might stick with it. That may be the bug that they catch in high school, as you did, and even was able to travel. That's why I always say you can relate travel to anything, because look at the theater travels all around the world. And some of your plays even have gone to other cities. Am I right?
Yes, yes, some of the plays, and I've even had to travel to Atlanta and Miami to film to on sets with Undercover Detective with April. We would do that. So traveling, yeah, you get to experience the world, with traveling, even though you're working, you get to experience the world. And I think it's amazing. It's an amazing way to do
Absolutely.
two in one, to do two things that you love, travel and be able to play with
Yeah,
film.
because had you not gotten involved, your mother allowed you to go, would you have really been able to experience the Bahamas
No,
at
because
that
I have
age,
not
or have
gone
a
back.
desire to go back? You
I
know,
have a desire to go back, but I never went back.
oh,
And so that's something I gotta do, but it's something that I'll never forget.
right.
To be able to be on those white sand beaches and experience St. Thomas and Nassau and all of that. And I think when I went, the rocket ship had just when they had the rocket in Nassau to
Uh-huh.
we went like shortly after that.
Oh, okay.
So, oh God, I just told my age for real.
Wait, well, you told it a little earlier too, you know.
Yeah, but I really told
But
it.
it's
But
okay. It is
yeah,
okay, because we want everybody to know age has no bearing on what
none,
we are doing. And
none.
I am so excited. Now we talk about travel, and there are some things that I definitely want to focus on, and we've got to go to a commercial break. So hang around. Will you hang around with us?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. I'll bring you right back. We're going to take in on this a couple of commercials, and we will see you soon. It's so much going on that I have to share with you. A matter of fact, we were just talking about the children, and here is some information about that.
Attention all talented teens ages 13 to 19. Are you ready to show the world what you've got? We're excited to announce the latest global virtual teen talent contest, where you win cash prizes and scholarships by performing your unique talent. Here's how to participate. 1. Record a 1-minute video of yourself performing your talent. 2. Upload the video, link in description or comments. 3. Submit your video by the deadline. We're looking for a wide range of talents, from singing and dancing to magic tricks and comedy skits. So whether you're a musician, an actor, or a chef, we want to see your unique talent. The top talents will be selected by a panel of judges and will be announced shortly after. So don't wait, start filming, and good luck.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif, and if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody. Friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, child care services, Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.
All right, we are back. In effect, we're talking with our own Dr. Chandra Smartt-Spicer. Welcome back again. You know, I wasn't able to make that cover story materialize, but tell us what your social media is so everybody can go to it and see what you're doing there.
Okay, well, my Instagram is Smartt Girl Productions, SmarttGirl Productions, Productions. That's my IG. My Facebook is Chandra Smartt-Spicer. So you'll be able to find me there, Chandra Smartt-Spicer. What else? My TikTok, if you all got TikTok, or if you remove TikTok, you can go back and download it again because it's back. So my TikTok is Smartt Girl 30. I had to put that out there. Smartt Girl 30. I do a lot of videos. I do a lot of lip syncing videos and acting videos. I do a lot of them on TikTok, and I try to bring them to life to Facebook too, and sometimes they hit Instagram. But I do that for practice, and it's fun for me. So I do that a lot, and you just never know what you may see. I try to be comical in a lot of stuff. You just never know. So if you ever been on, I don't know if you've ever been and seen any of my little shorts and my TikToks. They can be funny, yes. And then they can be a little, I wouldn't say rancy. I don't know, but they're fun. I try to make them fun.
It depends on who's looking.
Who's looking? I try to make them fun or whatever. Right.
It's the opinion of the viewer.
Right. And,
and if you don't like it, turn it off.
Turn it off. You ain't gonna see no nudes and nothing like that. But you'll see and some modeling stuff that I'll do or whatever. But my husband be right there when I do them half the time, and he just shake his head like, I just don't know. But and then my kids are like, why did we even show you this? I'm like, too late now. Too late.
Well, listen, you have a show coming up soon. And I do have that. I was able to.
Which show is this?
Mrs. Miller.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you saw the reel. Oh, yeah.
I'd like to share that with us now.
Okay, that's fine.
Mrs. Miller. Beautiful. Daring. Yet alluring. What is it with her? Debauchery, mayhem. How does she get in this place? What is she looking for? But on her way to new journeys, new heights, meeting new people, marriage, sensual, yet deceitful, cheating, deceit, debauchery. Where is she going? What is it with her? Chaotic, twisted, treacherous one. Don't play with Miss Miller. You're not ready. I'm that woman that you can't find twice. I promise you that.
right. Yes. I mean, look at the quality. Let me tell you, this is not one of them B-rated movies. Look at the quality. It is.
That's actually a promo of what I'm casting for.
Oh, exciting.
So
Okay.
I'm looking for Mrs. Miller. Although people are like, "You're not gonna play her." I
I
was like,
know.
"This
You looking like
time."
Mrs. Miller.
Well, the
I've
way
seen
I
you, and
did
you
it,
could
that
do
was,
Mrs. Miller.
yeah, I could.
Hmm.
If I don't find her, I'll play her.
Okay.
But I actually am behind the scenes totally on this.
Okay.
If I do anything, I'll do a cameo as an extra somewhere, just so I can get in there. Marvel does it all the time. He
Yes.
always sits in his
Yes.
movies. He say one line
And that's
and
it.
gone, you know. But I
Mm-hmm.
kind of wanted
Mm-hmm.
to be in the back and kind of direct with. I
Okay.
have a phenomenal director for this movie. His name is Michael David Hammond. He is a phenomenal actor himself. Been in the game over 20 something years, and I have him working with me as that and the casting director. And I also, yeah, I said casting director and director. So I'm going to be working closely behind the scenes to kind of help build the story with my editors. I have a phenomenal cinematographer, Maurice Ellaby Jones, and then I have another one that I'm considering, Christopher Hood. These are all these two are local um, independent producers, directors, and they have their own films that they produce. I've done a whole bunch of films with Maurice Ellaby Jones. A lot of the ones you see on Tubi are with him. And then I've done stage plays with Christopher Hood. And that's on YouTube now. So big things coming. And I created that promo. That was my work, my edits, my everything. I did that promo. So I'm learning still, but yet
But you did a fabulous job. I must admit. Now, I do want to say for those folks, because I've been in a few casting calls, not for myself, but I judged
mhm,
a few casting calls back in the day. And what I want to say to everyone, and I hope you, and I know you could piggyback off of this, come prepared. I
oh
know
God.
nerves are going to be all jittery, but come prepared. Come with a headshot. Go to a professional. Don't be in the mirror. Get a
No
professional
selfies.
headshot and a bio. No matter how small your bio is, everybody has to start from somewhere. No matter
Yeah.
how small it is, and just come with confidence that that's your role, and be
And some
able to
mhm.
fluctuate, be able to say whatever. I can't think of the word now when you talk off the top of your head.
Improvise,
Yes.
improvisation.
Yes. Come prepared. And like you said, on your TikTok, you do a lot. Then practice. Everybody's practicing. Practice in front of your family, practice in front of the mirror, practice in front of your guys or your ladies, or whatever. Just, if this
Yeah.
is what you want to do, even though you don't have a lot of experience, you didn't have someone to hold you by the hand and take you in and bring you into the world of arts or the plays or movies or productions. Just get started.
Yeah.
It's Black History Month. We make history every day, 365, 366. So we're not
Mhm.
going to, yeah, I'm right. We're not focusing on Black history. But there are so many children who start their speeches in schools, in auditoriums, in elementary school. They do those speeches get started there. You know, if you don't want to talk, dance. You
Yeah,
know,
it's very
model,
important.
learn how to walk in a model. You know, you can do everything. Teach you on YouTube. You can learn how to build
Ugh.
a car on YouTube, so you can certainly get some information on YouTube
So,
about your art and anything else that you can add on to that. For those who say, "Oh, I can do it," or I'm afraid. I'm afraid of failure. Please don't be afraid of failure. You know, you weren't afraid of failure when you were trying to learn how to drive that car.
no. I hit the tree, Mom, but I got around the corner.
Right. So is there, you know, any other encouraging words that you can give to the folks who are listening, and just continue to sow them seeds?
I would say this. Number one, as you said, a headshot. You have to be willing to invest in yourself. And it shows even with that. If you send me a selfie, I'm probably gonna throw it in the garbage. They call it foul 13. You know, corporate America calls it foul 13, but that's what Hollywood does. That is very important. And if you don't have one, there are apps that can help you develop one. You know, you need a clear background. There's certain specs for that, but I can't say it the more. Invest in yourself in terms of your headshot. And if you don't have one, you don't have one. Don't do not go to an audition because you don't have a headshot. Go, just go. You just never know what may come out of it. They'll take a picture of you. I've seen it happen, you know, but just go. Do not miss your chance because you don't have a headshot. And like you said, with the resume, you just starting out. You're not expected to have a resume. You can do a bio, you know, something to give them a brief synopsis of who you are. That would be great if they ask for it, but you have to build your resume as an actor. It's not like applying for a job, corporate America, or going to Starbucks and applying for a job or anything like that. You have to build that, and everybody knows that you starting out, you may not have that experience, you know, so don't be discouraged because of what you don't have. um Always go in that interview or that audition, so to speak, with confidence. And I'm gonna say this: if you do not get the role, it does not necessarily mean that you are not a great actor. It just means that probably you're not the fit for the role that they have for you. For example, Mrs. Miller, if you saw that promo, you can see that I'm looking for a certain type of woman to be able to develop that type of character. You can come in and you can audition and you can be great, but you may not be Mrs. Miller, and that's okay. But if you come in there and you may not be Mrs. Miller, there may be another role that they have for you that they can fit you in, you know, or not. That just means that's not for you at that time. It does not, don't be discouraged about your talent and what you did and achieve by going to that audition. Actually, the auditions are the job. You know, the audition is the job. And if you can say, I went to this audition, I had 25 auditions this year, and I got one I landed, but I went to 25. You did work.
Yes.
And auditions are practice. They're practice. Practice doing monologues. Go and find something, whatever artist you like, or any scene that you've seen on TV. Go and practice that monologue and record it. Those are audition reels. You can save it and then say, send me your reel. Oh, well, I don't have a reel, but I got a monologue. Or you can group them up and have several different monologues, and you can send them that, because all they want to know is, can you act? What have you done? Can I see your emotion in it? Can I give it all you can give? You know, the in-person auditions are the ones that make me nervous because we hadn't done them in so long, but now they're coming back. and they
Okay.
want you to come in and do the auditions. Now I'm gonna have some
And be in
virtual
the
ones.
room. And be in the room. You
And
got to be in the room. If you don't get in the room, you'll never achieve anything. And
never.
I tell those children, uh, because dealing with the boys, going through school, I did a lot of
Mhm.
sports and whatnot, and everybody wants to be the star player, and they're going to
Mhm.
go pro. Everybody's not going to go pro, but if you like that industry, there are so
Mhm.
many other opportunities in that industry. You may go to an
Exactly.
audition or do that, and you might see be a set designer or a fashion designer or
Mhm.
lights, cameras, uh,
And there's
production.
money in that too. There's you can
Yes,
make money doing that too.
yes,
And I'm gonna tell you the truth. Being the actor, they make less money than the people working behind.
yeah,
And a
yes.
lot of people think that Denzel makes the most money on his set. That director, that
Mm-hmm,
creator, that producer,
mm-hmm.
they make the money,
Yeah,
you
and you
know,
want
and
to
then
look at the list of credits after each production, and look at
mhm,
after each movie, or
yeah,
there's a list of credits, and that's a position for a moneymaker for you in the same arena in the arts.
exactly. Exactly. You just go with confidence and knowing that it's your role every time you go in, even though you may not get it, but they'll never forget you. And when they have something else, and I've seen it happen, it happened with me. If they have something else, they'll call and say, "Hey, are you available to play this role? Can you audition for this? Can you audition for that?" Yeah, I can do it, because
Yeah,
I mean, I want to work. I want to work. It's not about being seen. I love the craft. So if
right.
I can portray a character, man, it's so therapeutic for me. Mrs. Oh my God, if I could play Mrs. Miller, oh boy,
You
but I'm
could.
gonna leave,
Let me
I'm
tell
gonna
you,
leave it for somebody else
I
to do.
know you can. I've seen you
Yeah, yeah,
in
you've been
your
in my
stuff.
plays and everything, Mom. So I know you can see a lot
Mhm.
of different things.
I was looking
Have
over
seen.
your bio, and in your bio, you've got the joyful praise, a car,
That's on
what is that? The
Amazon
COVID
Prime. COVID
Christmas,
Christmas.
when love comes knocking, gain the world, life can change in an instant. Yes. Substantial evidence, love beat the
Mhm.
hell out of me. A series about a series. Mr. Wisdom. Mm, okay, he's got the crown. Dirty Deception, Dogs for Life, Family Secrets. Yes, yes, yes. We know about that Family Secrets thing.
Oh yeah.
Uh, that was a
I
joy.
and I played the leading role in that. I was Joyce.
Yes, Mama Stokes. Yes,
Mama
indeed.
Stokes. Joyce
And
Stokes.
One Love, One House TV. Okay, that's male and females get your own episodes. Okay, now how does that work?
This AMG TV, what they do is this is with April, the one that passed away.
Okay.
So this was her production thing. You can go to AMG TV if you have different things that you want to do. You can go and talk to him about a subscription to get your stuff put on that network. So that's what that's about. That's what that's
Okay.
about. hmm But
Bad. Hmm.
yeah, so it's so much more, and I'm working with Maurice Ellaby Jones. We're actually casting two for a season for Forgiveness is what it's called, but I'm looking for male actors. That's for his project. It's so many more. I'm writing another project called Code Blue, and that's kind of like a memoir about my friend who's currently dealing with Mr. Eric Mays,
Hmm.
producer and friend. who's going through some things, but he asked me to write this for him. So I'm thinking about making that a stage play. That might be a play. I don't know. I'm gonna go from there, and it's so many others that I'm writing. So this pen is my game right now. And like I said, Mrs. Miller is gonna be a banker. And this is one movie of like 4 with Miss Miller. So it's kind of like a trilogy. It's gonna tell Miss Miller, but it's gonna be her prequel and the future episodes. It's a lot of twists and turns in this one. It's gonna be great, and it's gonna be a premiere for it, and it is going to distribution as well as all of the rest that I've done. But this one is mine, so I'm really happy about that.
Fantastic. Now, how do let's see. I want to save this and show this. Let's see. Smart Girl Productions. Is that right?
That's you talking about for IG?
Yes.
Or that's for IG?
Anything.
It's Smart Girl Productions, but it's put together. If that makes sense.
Okay. No worries. I can work that out.
Yeah, look at me. I'm going Smart Girl Productions, all one word.
Okay. And that's what we want to show. Smart Girl Productions. Listen, it is certainly been an honor having you here, and I hope that this is not the last time, because this is a life-changing opportunity for someone, and we want to make sure that the word gets out. Now, we can repost this. This is on social media, so we repost it. You can repost it. But if there's anyone that has an opportunity, and I know Dr. Chandra, she's working on her EGOT. That's what we're working on, the EGOT.
I receive it.
Because let me tell you something. That's the theater, the songstress, the show, all of that. And if you don't know what an EGOT is, a lot of folks don't know what an EGOT is. Let me break it down to you, because people say, I don't know, what is she talking about? EGOT, escargot. Then everybody doesn't know what escargot is either. Okay, so EGOT is an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony awards. One person who has achieved all of those awards, Whoopi Goldberg, is an EGOT winner. And there's a couple of others that have achieved.
This one.
Who?
Jennifer Hudson, I think.
Oh, she is. Okay.
I think so. I think I heard her man talk about it coming.
Her man.
Her man. That's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother theater show.
I think she does have her EGOT. I do.
Okay, well, congratulations to you to obtain your EGOT, and who knows, we might have to have a hoodie EGOT in order to get it.
You said something now. I might have to organize one.
Yes, I mean, why not? Who says it's got to be over there? It may have to be an EGOT or something,
Maybe hoodie awards.
Yes.
Steve Harvey did it. We can do it again. I think it was it Steve Harvey or was it Tom?
No, it wasn't Tom Joyner. It might have been.
Steve Harvey.
But I know they're not on now. I haven't heard of.
No, they're not. So it might be needing to come back. It could be the Smart Girl Awards. I don't know.
Something. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do. And that's what we try to get over to not only our youth, but especially our youth, but anyone. you can do it if it's ethical, if it's legal, and it's not hurting anybody. You know,
You can do it.
you can do it, achieve it, stretch out. I listened to the millionaires, and again, you got to be in the room in order to understand. But you listen to the podcast of the millionaires and where their beginnings started. They weren't millionaires at the beginning, and whatever that they were trying to create or whatever they were trying to do, it failed many times. You know, it's like that ladder. You got that ladder and you might break a step, but you repair that step, or either you step over. You know how we used to run up the stairs when we could, double step.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore. But that was an option that we had. And now it is something that you can apply to your lifestyles, your life steps. If you skip over one, okay. If you break a step and you fall, you pick yourself up and you go back. Don't let that be the end all, and don't allow anyone else to put you in a position you don't want to be in and to squash your dream. If your dream is to have a purple car and that's all you want is that purple car, don't allow anyone else to say, "Oh, that doesn't look good on you." That's your car.
Right.
You know, and people, stop judging folks. Stop pointing those fingers at folks. Let people live. Let your children live. And we will all be a better place. Oh my God, we will be a better place. I love you. Thank you so much. If you have any other information you want to share right quick, it's time to go.
Just make sure you get out there for those auditions on next Saturday at the Inglewood West Branch, over there on, it's off 63rd Street, y'all. If y'all from Chicago.
Inglewood West Branch Library. Go to the library. Yes, go to the library. Maybe you might find something extra at the library. Those libraries out there, they're free. And not for you all going on the libraries, on those computers and doing those things.
Doing those
I love you. I love you all.
You too. Thank you for having me.
See you again soon.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, Ngiyabonga. Senegal, Jared. Kenya, Asante. Israel, Toda. Pakistan, Shukriya. Afghanistan, Tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.